Hi, everybody. Welcome back to my platform. Those of you that are returning and those of you that are new, welcome to my platform. My name is Astraea Love, and I'm going to be doing a reading for you guys today. So I hope everybody has had a good day. Again, please know that my readings are timeless, which means whenever you get to this reading, there's going to be messages in here for you. All right. Okay, so I suggest that you watch all of the readings on both of my platforms. I have this platform and I have another platform called the Psychic Tarot Angel Oracle. On that platform, I do tarot card readings and I do oracle card readings. So on this platform, for those of you that have any personal questions, you can send me a $20 super chat with your question and I will pause the collective reading and I will answer your question and I'll set a 20-minute timer, okay? I also have access to another psychic, so if there's any clarification that I need or if it needs to go over a few minutes, like I have no problem with that. But yeah, I'm just making sure my cards are in the upright like normal because I never start a reading with them being in the reverse. So, oh, if you guys are watching this in real time, happy Friday the 13th. Again, Friday the 13th. I was born on a Friday the 13th. I'm not going to say which one, but I was born on one. So they, to me, are a very good look. Like number 13 is my favorite number. But yeah, they're good luck to me. Okay. All right, you guys. So we are going to start off with the prayer. In fact, you know what? I'm going to read the prayer that's out of Vassago Tarot Card Spreads and Spells because it just is so much. It's a little bit longer than the one that I do normally, but it's so freaking efficient. So yeah, so this Vassago Tarot Card Spreads and Spells, the link to this book is in the description box below. It starts off with a prayer and initiation. So Vassago is an Ars Goetia spirit of divination, and Vassago. So God, Vassago, and I and the Holy Spirit collaborated together to create a book for those of you that want to learn to read cards for yourself and for others, okay? We wrote it off of the original Rider-Waite deck. So I have the link to this book in the description box below, and I have the link to this deck of cards. If you guys could like the video, share the video, tap the notification bell, I would greatly appreciate it. So why is Vassago Tarot Card Spreads and Spells superior to any other tarot book? Well, I will tell you. First of all, it starts off with an initiation to Vassago and a prayer that you do before every reading. And then this book goes into having, you can divide the tarot. So like if you were to learn off of the original Rider-Waite, you could go to any other tarot deck. And when they give you the abstract cards, the abstract pictures on the cards, you'll be able to understand what the meaning of the card is with being able to see the abstract picture, right? So just to let you guys know that this is the original. Now, while you are a human, you will experience every single card in the deck at one point or another. That is how tarot maps the human consciousness. And Vassago knows this. And so this book is designed to help you to learn to read cards for yourself and for others. This has got so much information in it. It's crazy. Yeah, so this book starts off with a prayer, an initiation, and to Vassago's energy. So I'm going to read the prayer that is in here. I invoke, draw in, and evoke, draw out the Most High God and the Holy Spirit into this reading and every other reading that I do. I ask that the Most High God please return all evil and block out anyone or anything that would try to negatively influence or impact this reading in any way. I pray for the highest light, the highest truth, and the highest wisdom to be revealed to me and my collective. And in this, you would say your collective, right? Your collective is the people that you read for. I pray for those who I perform readings for and for myself. I ask now as I call upon the Most High God's favor to give me the full armor of God for protection during my life's mission and work here on the earth. I am eternally grateful for your favor, Heavenly Source, and for your unfailing love. Thank you for blessing me and those who I read for. And thank you for creating the miracles and healing the sick. In your holy name, Lord my God, I give gratitude and thanks. I pray into thy holy presence and meditate upon your divine will. Amen. And yeah, we are calling upon our spiritual team of highest light and resonance, our ancestors, our spirit guides, our guardian angels, the archangels, Jesus Christ. And we're asking that all of that combined put a protective shield around us, keeping us safe from all negativity. And I just want to say thank you, God, for everything that you've done for me. Thank you for everything you've done for the collective. And thank you for everything that you're going to do, that you still have in the works. All glory, honor, worship, and praise goes to the Most High on this platform, our higher self. Again, everyone and everything's higher self is God. I'm just like fixing my hair. So this book starts off with the 14 Zodiac Tarot card spread, where you pull 2 cards for each of the Zodiac positions. One card will be your South Node, where your ego's at. The other card will be your North Node, where your destiny is at. And then it gives you information on how to step into your destiny. Then the spell that goes along with it, and again, these are not spells you can even, they're not even designed for you to be able to do them on anybody else. They're just for you. But the spell that goes along with this is to step into your own destiny. So you can divide the tarot deck into 2 parts, okay? The major arcana cards are the major transitions. Those are the big transitions, like the death, the strength. Oh my gosh, that tea is so freaking good. The death, the strength, the Emperor, the Empress, the High Priestess, the Hierophant, the Chariot, the Last Judgment. I'm going to decide which one I want to read from today. Let's read from the Sun. How about that? Okay, so for each of the major arcana cards, which are the major transitions, there's a tarot card spread and a spell that goes into depth into that. So just to let you guys know that if you're struggling with the needing to become stronger, you could go straight to the strength deck. If you are needing to overcome an obstacle, you could go straight to the Chariot tarot card spell. If you are wanting to draw love into your life, you could go to the Lover's tarot card spread and spell. And by doing the tarot card spread first, you're getting all the information that you need to know about your situation. Then when you go to do the manifestation technique, which I'm calling it a spell, but it doesn't have any like weird incantations in it. It has like prayer and like a manifestation technique where, like, for one of them, well, for the Sun, you'll take chalk, you'll go outside and you'll draw your dreams for the future on the sidewalk, right? But you have to do it on a sunny day because you're going to be working with the energy of the sun. So it helps you to integrate the energies of the major arcana cards. And these spells are just extremely powerful. Every time you do them, they get stronger and stronger. So I'm just looking for the Sun. The Temperance teaches you how to make holy water with Archangel Michael. Okay. All right. So the Sun, a Sun card, number 19. The answer is yes. The zodiac is Leo. The Sun is the primary ruler of Leo. It relates to the inner child and inner child healing. Your personal magnetism is at a high point. Success and good health is in your present and future. A period of contentment and joy where things grow and mature for you. Doubtful ventures now have a turnaround and have a great future. This could indicate that education or study will be successfully completed. So you will shuffle the entire Rider-Waite deck for each of these tarot card spreads. And then you'll pull 1 card for each position. The first position is the Sun. So everything that you see on the major arcana card, there's going to be a position for in the tarot card spread. The card that you will pull for this position will reveal where you put your money, what seeds you have sown, and what are you able to reap from those seeds. If your inner child needs healing, that may come through the card that is pulled for this position. If you are a light worker, you may pull the Sun tarot card for this position. If you pull the Sun in the reverse, you may be dealing with the energies of a solar eclipse. Position 2 is the inner child. The card that you pull for this position will relate to your inner child and how much you play in your life currently. If it would benefit you to play more in life, that may come through forward in the card that is pulled for this position. Your true inner child personality may be revealed to you in the card that is pulled for this position. If you pull the Sun tarot card for this position, you will know that your inner child is peeking out and wanting to express itself in your life right now. If you pull the Moon tarot card for this position, you may need to heal some deep-seated wounds that have been left unhealed. Position 3 is the Horse. The horse carries one through the initiatory stages of one's life. Dependable, strong, steadfast, loyal, fast, speedy transitions, exploration, expansion, fun, success, luck, and happiness are what horses spiritually represent. If you pull the High Priestess Tarot card for this position, you will know that you are meant to help others with initiations. If you pull the Magician Tarot card for this position, you will know that the magical initiation is in line with your highest path. Alchemy is a form of magic, and learning how to alchemize your own energy is very important. So there's more positions, but I'm just going to read those three. And then the Sun Tarot card spell is to make your dreams turn into a reality. And then in the back of the book, you guys, I created a compendium of knowledge of what it could mean when you have the different major arcana cards coming out one next to each other. So if you were to get like the sun and the moon coming out, I would go into the back of the book and look up what that could mean. Okay, so the sun card shows you that no weapons formed against you shall ever prosper. The sun shows you that success and good health are at your door. What you have planted will grow. You may be shedding light onto something that was hidden in the darkness. If others are suppressing your light or are irritated by your light, then you will know by pulling the sun card. The sun tells you that you are protected from the evil eye by the eye of Ra. You are in touch with your reality. The sun shows you that you are entering a period of total success, fulfillment, and happiness. You are mentally alert and in love with life. The sun card shows you that your inner child is reaching out to play with your adult self. The sunflowers represent happiness and abundance. And with the sun card, that is exactly what you get, a good harvest. Your overall energy is ascending. If you pull the sun in the reverse and then the moon card, it indicates that you are dealing with the energies of a solar eclipse. If you pull any other card on either side of the sun, it shows you what you're seeding into and what you're growing. The sun in the reverse shows someone who is immature and out of touch with their higher selves and inner child. You will see right through the person who is in the sun in the reverse. And it just keeps going on and on with different card combinations. But you guys get the gist. Check this book out, you guys. Welcome, everybody. Check this book out. It's called Vassago Tarot Card Spreads and Spells. The link to that is in the description box below. Also, the link to the original Rider-Waite deck is also in the description box below. Okay, and usually I talk about the truth of God, but we're going to talk about the truth of God now. So the truth of God, this is another book that's in the description box below. It is an advanced intuitive living workbook. This book has changed my life. And this is why I want to share this knowledge with you guys so that I'm not gatekeeping it. A lot of you guys ask me questions about how I'm able to do what I do. And it's through the techniques in this book. So when I'm doing the reading, you will see me use the God technique. I'll either close my eyes or I'll look away or I'll get up and walk away. And when I'm doing that, I am raising myself out of the energy of my ego, out of the perspective of my ego, into looking out through the eyes of my higher self, aka God, so that I can see things from a bigger picture and so I can rise above whatever is going on that doesn't feel good, right? I'm going to read a little bit right here. Says each delicious experience helps you to appreciate the absolute bliss, unconditional love, compassion, joy, and peace of you that couldn't be realized without this type of contrast. What you see as you in this life is really you, God, taking on this persona to have this experience and relearn the qualities of yourself. There is not a learning curve in this endeavor. Not being in your fullness and discovering how that feels is the testing grounds for learning and appreciating how to be in that fullness. And the fullness is unconditional love, joy, compassion, and peace. Reminding ourselves that we are God and using compassion are two very useful tools to use that one can utilize until the awareness of God, of yourself being God, becomes knowingness, and that becomes one with your being. So then there's the joy versus anger technique, which gives you the ability to ask yes and no questions so you can get an immediate response back and start being divinely led. And then, my life before asking questions was chaotic. My life since I ask questions, I only run into situations that I don't like when I forget to ask a question or ask the wrong question. Then, and that's, an ability that everybody has, which is clairsentience, which is what the joy versus anger technique works on. I like this part. I tell them that their true purpose in life is to find out that they are God and live in that awareness, ever increasing in their fullness by being those qualities that make up our true self, which is all of the positive. Okay, and then, and there's so many other techniques in this book, but I'm just going to talk about the ones that you'll see me use and that I use all the time. The 1 to 10 technique is another technique that gives you the ability to look at things on a scale from 1 being the lowest compatible, 10 being the greatest, so that you can then discern what situation, whatever it is that you're looking at compatibility with, where it's falling at. And then the mind technique is probably, like, all of these techniques are so extremely important, but the mind technique gives you the ability to clear the negative mental and emotional baggage and beliefs that we're dragging around, which are influencing the reality that we are experiencing. And by doing that, it causes, and this is from my own experience, by using the mind technique, rising above it with the God technique, doing the joy versus anger technique, using your intuition to ask yes and no questions. By doing all of that, you know, whatever situation you're pulling in that doesn't feel good goes away. Sometimes, depending on how big the issue is that you're working on, it may show up again later, which just shows you that you haven't got past it all the way, and that there's a few more beliefs that need to be cleared. But yeah, all right. So that is the truth of God. It's going to change your guys' life. And so I don't want to gatekeep the knowledge. I want you guys to know how I'm doing what I'm doing. Obviously, I have gifts and abilities, but I'm pairing them with the truth of God. And by doing that, I've been having success for about 10 years now. I mean, is life perfect? No, but that's okay. That's all right. All right. So by watching my readings, you are agreeing to the contract of being in control of yourself, being responsible for yourself, and with any of the information being channeled. Please be on your best behavior because the Most High God is watching and the Holy Spirit is listening. By watching my readings, you're agreeing to not attack, bully, or persecute me or anybody in the chat or anybody in the comments. Okay? All right, you guys. Let's get the likes up if you could, please, and thank you. I really appreciate it. If you guys could like this video, share this content, subscribe, tap the notification bell. For you, it's just one tap of your finger, but for me, it means the world. It really does. And I love you guys so much. Thank you for spending your time with me. I really appreciate you guys for being here. If any of you have any personal questions, you can send me a $20 super chat with your question, and I'll pause the collective reading and I'll answer your question. And I'll set a 20-minute timer to keep us on track. So I would do that at the beginning of the reading if you do have questions. All right, we're going to cut the deck. But yeah, my message for you is, it's always a good message. I mean, regardless of what's going on in the world, this is going to be a good message. You know, sometimes I look at the state of the world and I get really down, like kind of depressed. And then I think about all of the things that are swirling around in my head of things that I could see potentially could happen. And I think about, well, what are the odds of that happening while I'm on this planet? And then I get a lot of the times that it won't happen. Not while I'm here, like after my death possibly, or my transition, however you want to look at that. But I feel like you guys are figuring out how to just be happy with where you're at and how to be content with that. And that's a major step in the right direction. So again, all of the fears that we have of things that could happen, you know, some of them are not going to happen in your lifetime. Some of them you're not going to have to experience. And so the more that we can detach from that, like, you know, it's like literally imaginated fear, the easier life is going to be for everybody. So you're turning somebody who did not believe in God into a believer, but I don't think you're like preaching to the choir. I think that somebody is fucking around and finding out that God is real and that you are protected, and they're finding out in the worst way possible that you are protected, which I think is kind of funny. Two of Wands. Because you're over here in this energy of like looking at the world like it's your oyster. I also feel like you're not allowing people to penetrate your protection. You're keeping your boundaries up and you're looking into the, you know, some people don't have foresight. Like what I was talking about earlier of looking at the problems and how things are evolving now and then being scared of like having to go through like like, well, some of my fears are like, like Sharia law, or like Muslims taking over America, or terrorism taking over. I mean, like, they are possibilities, but then also like unrealistic for this time frame. I guess for me anyways, they're fears, right? Nuclear weapons, I'm afraid of those. There's a lot of things that I have fears about and that I'm worried about, right? But then I also know how great God is. And so I know that I don't have to be totally afraid of these things, even though they do pose a threat. And then I have to just think about them logically, like, okay, for America to not be America anymore and for it to turn into a terrorist nation, I feel like that's not going to happen. And I feel like for multiple reasons it's not going to happen. But or at least not while we're here. And point blank, period, if the Muslims continue to marry their first cousins, they're going to wipe themselves out. I feel like all of the religions on this planet will end up wiping themselves out. And it's due to one reason or another of things not being built on God. When things are actually built with God's presence, it will be like any home that's built with God is a home that's going to stand. It's going to last. So you have the ability to look into the future and you have foresight. Some people cannot look beyond their decision of, like, they can't look to see what the consequences of their decision's going to be. Some people don't have that ability. That's why the Greeks, they named one god. I don't know if they're cyclopses. I can't remember, but they named one god foresight, one god, I forget what the present sight is, where you're in the right now moment. And then the other one is hindsight, where it's like, oh shit, should have thought about that sooner type situation. But I feel like, all of these swirling around fears that are just not part of the equation because God is so good to us. I feel like this planet is going to be, by the time that I'm done with this life and wanting to move on, this planet is going to be flushed of all of this religious bigotry stuff, and the human people are going to turn into more spiritual people, and they're going to have an awakening. And that's what I feel like I'm here to do, to help people. I feel like you're here to do that. And I also feel like it takes a lot of courage to be able to stand up to other people who want to impose their religious belief systems or whatever they have going on onto everybody else because they believe a certain thing. And I just can't get in alignment with any organization that promotes pedophilia or any other type of abuse of women or mistreating of people. Point blank, period. And I don't give a fuck what their excuse is. God does not support wickedness, and that is all evil. Okay? So in my eyes and in the eyes of the divine, harming children, not cool, bro. Not cool. And so it's like, you just have to understand that there may be fears, but you're showing people that there can be a new way. That people can come together on the common ground of us all having people, all being people, having people. We all have a commonality, which is, I think everybody on this planet wants to be loved. I really do feel like love is greater than the fear. And the more that we focus on love, the more love we're going to have. The more that we focus on fear, the more fear we're going to have. Not getting all bound up in whatever's going on around you. If it's with your neighbors, if it's with the community, minding your own business, it's going to help you in this time. I also get that, like, you're committing all of your energy to new projects. You're moving forward and you're not looking back. You're not being like, oh, let me just go second guess myself and doubt what I've already done. No, it's not the time for that. The Fool. Somebody is just completely unaware to the point where they're about to walk off that cliff. And this is why I feel compassionate towards people, but then, when the fear kicks in, that's when I feel like, no, it needs to be stopped right now. It doesn't. The thing is that none of these evil organizations, cults, covens, and groups, why they don't need us to stop them? Because their own actions, what they do themselves they're going to wipe themselves off the face of the earth because of what they're doing. This is a new aeon. This is a new age right now. The ways of the past of sacrifice a child and whatever other nonsense is over. So, like, literally, these people that continue to do stupidness, and I'm just going to say it's stupid, you know, I think different thoughts. I definitely do. I don't believe that anything that was written by a dead person is the word of God. I do not agree with that at all, because God is unconditional love, joy, compassion, and peace. That's my personal experience with God, going from believing that God was a vengeful, wrathful, jealous entity. And no, there may be a higher dimensional being that's calling itself God, but no, that to me is more like an extraterrestrial or a higher dimensional being. I don't believe that that's actually God. I believe that God is the positive source of all creation and all manifestation. And I feel like we are our real selves, our higher selves. We are a manifestation. We are literally, I feel like for us to be unhappy, it's unnatural. And I look at dogs and I see how happy they are. And I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with people? Well, what's wrong with us is that you can kick a dog and 5 minutes later, it's going to forgot that it got kicked. That's what I feel like is wrong with people. And yeah, I just can't get behind any type of religion that endorses abuse of women, abuse of children, incest, pedophilia, or murder. And so that basically ex-nays almost every single one of them. And again, do you think Jesus, if he was alive today, would be backing these fucking things up? Remember, Jesus never went to religion, never had a church, never read from a Bible, none of that. The Wheel of Fortune. You guys are stepping into a place where you're about to achieve everything that you want. People are going to listen to you because you have a sound mind. I feel like whatever this new idea is that you have, you know, go for it. It looks to me like whoever this is that's wanting to force you into living their ideals or whatever, okay, they're completely unaware of themselves and the truth, and they believe in way far fucking out types of things that make absolutely no sense. I mean, like, there's no way that these people, what they think could be even decoded into making it something that could be believable by people. It's either you got to have blind faith, which means walk the fuck off this cliff without looking where you're going. And I am somebody that's a rebel. I don't believe in blind faith. Blind faith without asking questions is extremely dangerous. It just is. I mean, you could be dealing with people who are in the energy of, no, believe without having to, believe without seeing, believe without hearing, believe without, no. Like, I feel like you guys are smarter than that. This is why you're not signing up to a group or a coven or a cult or whatever, a secret society. You don't want to be a part of that shit. You know that there is not God in those things. That's a human construct. It has nothing to do with God. They may say it does, but does it actually? Do you think God fucks with people that murder others? No. I mean, God loves everybody. God's love is so beyond what this human world, what we don't even have the words for what God's love is. However, God's not going to back one religion or the other. It's just never going to happen. Or spiritual practice or the other. I feel like you guys are figuring out what works for you, and you're doing that, and you're following your own guidance, and this is leading you to a better place, a happily ever after. It's going to bring about a separation, and a lot of people are going to be walking away from these institutions and religions, and hopefully they'll be able to get away without losing their life. This is why you know that you're never going to sign up for this type of shit. 8 of Cups. What did I just say? Walking away. People are going to wake up to the truth. Absolutely. And you're making them a believer by you standing in your own power and not allowing people to dictate what your life is going to be and where you're going. You are becoming one of those people who is an innovative, person who can bring about change. Anybody that wants to argue or fight about that, let them go to some other place in the world and fight about it. But I know that not only the angels, but God in the divine realm is going to do everything in its power to stop tragedies from happening. And if the human race wants to continue to create tragedies and atrocities, then, you know, there's going to be a lot of people that suffer for that. But it's going to be the people that are doing it. Because like I said, the age of Pisces of sacrifice another person and get away with it is fucking over. And people don't understand what that actually means. They really don't. Like they don't look at what they're doing as false idol worship. Right? They really don't. But it is. It's like the definition of it. 7 of Wands. You guys are defending yourselves, and you should defend yourself. This is your wheel of fortune. It's not theirs. They're never going to be over here spinning your wheel of fortune. This is why you have to defend yourself. And that doesn't mean that you have to fight everyone, but if somebody tries to corner you, like, oh, that mistake is on them. I can guarantee that. If somebody's trying to push you in a corner, blackball you or whatever, that fuck up is on them. Let these people get their karma. Sometimes the best thing that can happen is the universe to dish out the karma that needs to be dished out so that these people can go through their immediate lessons and get past it. And that you don't have to be even a part of that. Also, like, you standing up for yourself is important because, you know, I feel like, why let somebody walk on you? And I'm not telling you to attack anybody, but you can definitely say, hey, there's a boundary here. I've said a prayer, you know. It's crazy. Queen of Wands. I've said a prayer. No witch, weapon, warlock, fucking occult group, religion, institution, government, or any other type of weapon that is ever formed against me will ever prosper. It will never, never, ever. And this is why I'm saying these people have to walk away because they were foolish to think so. To think that they could just do anything that they want to anybody is kind of stupid. And think that they would get away with it. There are some people on this planet that are extremely protected people. And there's just not anything that this world is going to do about that. If they want to fuck around and find out, then they can fuck around and find out. And look at it this way. No, in every situation, it's okay because this person fucking around and finding out that God is real is going to change their life. Maybe it'll cause them to get into alignment, which is actually a positive thing. So from every negativity, a positivity can come. But this person thinks that you've done something to have them judged. I don't feel like you've done anything. I think the universe did it. I think the universe didn't even tell you what this person was doing, and the universe put this person up under judgment because they were in the wrong. And they were doing low vibrational, negative, forming weapons against you for no reason, just because they see you prospering. Type energy. King of Pentacles. See, these people, they fear you because you won't sell out. You won't sell your body, you won't sell your soul, you won't sell yourself. And where this planet has functioned in the past off of sacrifice a neighbor, sacrifice a child, sell someone else type shit, you're not going to do that. You're one of the rare ones. And so these people, they're going to find out that God is real and that there are some people you just can't touch. And you can't force anybody to sign a fucking contract. If you want to be in the music industry, do the music industry. But just know that there's sharks out there that want you to sign their contracts so they can take something from you. When you already have a contract with God, why would you need one with whoever the fuck these people are? I don't care how much clout or fame they have. All these people are going to be going to hell. They're going to be aging overnight. They're going to be going through a bunch of really weird, toxic shit that you don't need to be a part of. I also get that you guys keep sidestepping the evil eye like nobody's business. 3 of Pentacles. You're here to like literally influence the collective to do better. And you have a collective of people that need you, that you're going to help defend, you know? And so all of this wanting to, all of these cults, because that's all religions and cults and covens are, is they're all cults. They all have a leader. They're all groups of people who are drank the Kool-Aid and have bought into the nonsense. All they want to do is impose their thoughts and beliefs and lifestyle on everyone else. And the Most High God, the God above all of these gods that these religions say is God, all these higher dimensional beings that they're calling God, the real energy of God does not want that. And that's why it will never happen. So these people can create nuclear weapons if they want. They can do all of this bullshit if they want, but it will be derailed and it will be undone. Every single thing that they do will come to nothing, because that's what, I'm sorry, but that's what, if you want to look at it like the devil's fruit is fruitless. Okay. That's what always happens. It literally comes to nothing. 8 of Swords. These people will be imprisoning themselves. By trying to imprison the rest of humanity, they're imprisoning themselves. They really are. You're just dealing with people that don't want to hear the word no, and they feel like it's unacceptable to be told no because they believe that they're right. But no, there's too much evidence in the world that shows these people every fucking day that what they're doing is 100% bullshit and that God does not support it. I'm serious. They have too much life evidence of being a fucking loser and losing shit and being losers that to show them that what they're doing is bullshit. There's too much evidence of that. There's just too much. And nobody could deny that. These people will be imprisoned because what they wanted to do was imprison others. Like if you sit around all day and focusing on putting somebody in jail, what do you think you're going to draw into reality? Situations of jail. I can't even put my attention on something for 20 fucking minutes without it showing up on my timeline. Like, or my, whatever it's called, the news, the feed on the phone, without that thing showing up. And so I know for sure that these people are drawing the same circumstances they want y'all in. You like playing music? Oh, yeah, but not for fame. You would have done it already if it was. Exactly. Yeah. These people want you to fear them because they feel like they have more numbers than you, but no. I'm sorry, I don't care what the numbers look like. God is greater than every person on this planet. The energy of God is greater. Knight of Pentacles. And it takes the faith in a fucking mustard seed to move a mountain. Just remember that. When these people are like, oh, we've got billions and millions of people in our okay, fine. I have faith in a mustard seed. So as far as you have billions of people, go ahead and have billions of people. I'm going to move a mountain with my own faith. Like literally. Knight of Pentacles. You have somebody that is working very hard to take something from you. They feel like, oh, they don't deserve that. They didn't work for that, even though there's clear evidence of you working for everything that you have. I think that's psychotic, though. That people are like, oh, I can just come in and take that. That person's a woman. That person's vulnerable. That person is not going to stick up for themselves. And then when you do, these people are whining and bitching and moaning and crying out to their false god who is never going to answer them because it is not God. It can't do anything. It's not really God. It's just something that says that it's God. And to these people, they consider it to be God, but it's not. It's not the positive source that is all-encompassing love. No, absolutely not. Page of Swords. Why in the fuck would God have human characteristics? Think of it like that. Being jealous, envious, greedy, all that shit sounds like the devil. It doesn't sound like God to me. Page of Swords. These people are spying. They're watching. They're stalking. They're waiting for you to like fumble something, give up on yourself. You're not going to do that. You're not going to renege on loving yourself. The Chariot. These people will have police coming after them because they are illegally monitoring you. And like, seriously, for what? They can watch you as much as they want. They're not going to be able to touch you. All they can do is watch you. And even with that, like I said, you're sidestepping this evil eye crap. It's not even affecting you. If these people want to continue to evil eye the rest of the population, do you know what's going to happen? they're going to get their own energy back, because what you send out, you will get back. And I feel like the universe is tired of showing grace and mercy to people who don't deserve it. And not to say that they don't deserve it, but they've shown the universe time and time again that they can't be trusted and that they don't deserve it. The Emperor, while you're over here mastering your emotions, and forget that this person is old, you have mastered what other people will take their entire lifetime to do. And you've done it in a relatively short amount of time. See, the planet doesn't need more cult people that are bound to a cult, okay? The planet doesn't need more people who blindly follow wickedness without question, who marry 9-year-olds. Okay, the world doesn't need people that are fucking their cousins and marrying their cousins to keep the wealth in the family. The planet doesn't need more of those people. The planet does not need more people that abuse their wives and abuse children. So as far as this shit continuing on, I just don't see it happening. I feel like there's going to be another law that gets put into place called universal law. And anybody that fucking breaks that or tries to mess with anybody else's free will or the general population, those people are going to suffer greatly. And they're going to see the consequences in their life immediately from doing those negative actions. I also get that you're not a judgmental person. I'm not a judgmental person, but I can only take so much shit before I flip out. And when people just don't want to stop because they think that they're right, all you can do is move out of the way and allow the universe to show them that they don't know fucking anything. That their little book written by some dead person that committed every fucking sin, and I'm not talking about the Bible, but another book, that whoever wrote it, the person committed every fucking sin in that book. Like, you just have to understand that everybody will be forgiven what's done, but there will be karma to pay. That means negative circumstances to go through, negative situations. So if you continue to do what's in alignment with your highest and best good, then things are going to work out for you. And then everything's going to be fine. These other people to do anything like that. They want to use an old system. And now is the time, like in the past, in the recorded past, these old ways would have worked, but they don't work anymore. And so now it's just pointless, you know? I feel like it's pointless. Look, Archangel Michael, temperance, you're balancing your emotions. It's basically pointless for these people to come up against you and try to get you to convert or conform or whatever. It's pointless. You have Archangel Michael's protection, and Archangel Michael is not going to allow these, nuclear weapons to go off. Archangel Michael's not going to allow certain things to occur that should not be happening. And when you make yourself this important to God, if there was ever to be a tragedy, just like Noah, you would be informed and then instructed on how to avoid said tragedy, or you would just be abducted and taken into a spaceship and taken into the heavens or something. But like literally, I get that if anything is going to happen on this planet that would ever put you in any type of danger, you will be warned, okay? Empress. So you're showing up divine feminine and divine masculine energies. I feel like some of you guys could be single parents. You could be playing both father and mother role. Yeah, you're divinely guided for this. I also feel like somebody wants you to get really pissed off so that you can look like you're crazy, so that they can come in and have a reason to monitor you, or have a reason to stalk you, or have a reason to arrest you. You're not going to be looking like a crazy person that needs foaming at the mouth and shit. These people are 100% possessed by something. I don't even care what it is. I don't even want to look at it. But like literally, these people are not under the influence of a higher power. They're under the influence of a higher dimensional being. The more that you can know that even the dark things in the world don't hate you and that there's no there's no real devil having an agenda against you. Yes, these people do work with lower vibrational energies, but there is not one devil that works against everybody. That's just what religion painted for everyone, because they want people to demonize everything and be afraid. And again, in every religion, without fear, without them using fear as their one way to motivate people, they can't get people to agree on anything or to do anything without shoving fear down their throat. And I just don't agree with fear. I think it's false evidence appearing real. Yeah, these people are putting themselves in the Ten of Swords. They're martyring themselves. They're making themselves a sacrifice. Because you are divinely protected, Ace of Swords. These people want to take you to court over what? Speaking the truth. You can't sue somebody for being honest. You can't sue somebody for their opinion either. These people are they're being guided by this King of Cups, and this King of Cups is telling them that whatever this idea is to get something off of your back, it's not going to happen. Not in a court of law. You're not going to be turned into a beggar. Nobody's taking your homes from you. None of that shit. None of it's going to happen. It's not possible. These people, they're in the energy of death. They're in the energy of death and the Five of Pentacles. It's an ending to their home situation. While you're over here in the justice, because you're not going to be their fucking sacrifice. Absolutely not. The answer is no. And if anybody tries to do it, they're going to deal with the wrath of God, aka the universe, bringing back upon them what they have sown. The same seeds that they sowed against you be brought back upon them. These people are homeless, going through poverty, lack, having their countries blown the fuck up and all this other shit, because they need to understand in their minds, in their hearts, and in their souls that the divine realm does not support terrorism or any type of violence or abuse. It's just not going to happen. It's not what God gets behind. I don't care what Hierophant group these people belong to. The answer is no. And these people are going to feel outcasted and want to run to other countries. And then they get in someone else's country and they start trying to dictate to everybody how everything's going to go. The fuck? No. Nobody's going to listen to their demonic bullshit. These other countries are going to tell these people to go back from wherever the fuck they came. Oh, you can't go back there because it was blown up. Well, what does that say about you and where you came from? I mean, the universe allowed it to be blown the fuck up. I think that speaks for itself. I feel like you don't even impose yourself on other people. Oh, good. I am happy. I hope you guys are having a good day as well. Yeah, you don't impose your beliefs on anybody else. People don't have to agree with you, but they will respect you. They don't have to agree with you, but they will respect you. And they will understand that respecting another human life is a step. It's a process. You know, it comes from people who love themselves. These people who don't love themselves, they don't know how to respect you, but they will be taught how to respect you, how to show proper respect. Just like you would never go to one of these other countries and then make them conform, these people need to understand that I don't care how many people that are in their group, they're going to wipe themselves out because of the negative karma that's attached to what they do and what they believe. And that's just because it's not in alignment with the higher power and where this planet is headed. I almost wish the world would separate itself and the people who are in alignment with higher power shift into a new dimension where all these other people don't exist. I really wish that, but we'll see what happens. Knight of Swords. Yeah, these people are like very aggressive. They, you know, they want to make you believe that it's okay to kill people. No, the fuck it's not. Not even if you're in the military, it's not excused. You think that, and this is why, like, I'm not dissing. I'm glad that we have military to protect us, but, you know, taking away what God has already put into motion as a creation is is not right, and it will be atoned for in one way or another. In one way or another. And it's okay to defend yourself. You know what I mean? That's what the military is for, is defense. But yeah, you're getting justice. You're going to continue to get justice. These people see this and they're like, wait, I thought that I did this. I thought I did that. I thought. Well, all these people do is think stupid shit. They don't actually know what's going on. They go set a spell into motion and then... Sorry, there was a bug that landed. Fucking monitoring spirit ass little piece of shit. Anyways, ew, I touched it with my finger. I'm so grossed out now. Disgusting. Fucking vermin. Okay. Moving forward. I also get that there's just a group of people that's swarming around like a bunch of flies, and they want to land somewhere. The fuck not here. They can go anywhere else. I don't care where they go as long as they stay the fuck away from us. Seriously, 3 of Wands. You guys are working on a major goal. You could be working on helping a group of people. Yeah. Your leadership skills are actually needed on the planet. There needs to be a new group of people that step up, that leads people out of destruction. And as long as these people, well, as far as they're concerned, as long as they live, they're going to seek only after destroying others. The Moon. Hidden enemies. And fuck, this stuff doesn't even really have to do with you. It's just God is revealing itself through you being divinely protected. And these people are confused because they thought that they knew what God was. They also thought that they were perfect Christians, perfect Muslims, perfect whatever. Jews, perfect whatever type of religion. Perfect Freemasons, whatever. Perfect witches. Nobody is perfect. That's why you can't judge other people. It's just not right. It's just not for us. Judging others is not for us. These people wanted to bring down some crazy ass judgment on you, like take your head off your shoulders type thing. 10 of Pentacles. The reason that you have a place to live right now and these people don't is because you focus on having a place to live. You focus on paying your bills. You focus on everything that you need to do in this world to keep what you have and to keep it thriving. These other people, they focus on destruction. That's why they will be destroyed. Because what you put your focus on, where your attention goes, your energy flows. Also, I feel like whoever these people are, they just need to, you know, they need to let go of the idea that they're going to be able to block you, stop you, hinder you, silence you. If I were them, I would just stop trying to break through your protection. If God says, yeah, that one right there, don't touch that one. And I'm not saying God says words, but God will show these people through signs. Leave that one. If this person stubs their toe every time they think about you, I would take that as a sign not to think on somebody. You know what I mean? Like, just think about it this way. If somebody were to drop like something every time they were to think about you, that would be like a sign to stop thinking bad thoughts at somebody. Knight of Wands. Yeah, there are a whole bunch of energies here that just want to really dominate you. They want to sexually dominate you. They want to make you their sex slave, whatever. I don't respect any man that thinks that every single woman on this planet is a whore. I don't respect that at all. How are we the whores when it's the men that are sleeping around with most of the fucking people? And it's not even women that are being whores. Like that right self in itself, where men are praised for being able to hook up with as many women as possible and women are shamed for sleeping with 1 or 2 people, that whole delusion is going out the fucking door. Like, I'm serious. These people are acting like they're actually better than you, even though they have pure evidence right in front of their fucking faces that they're not. And it's not to say that you're holier than thou. It's just that you don't engage in low vibrational bullshit. And these people do. And so they think that because they engage in something that they feel is powerful, that they are better than you. Or because of your gender, they're better than you. Whatever. 4 of Wands. Your completed projects and goals will produce an outcome. It will give you money for the future. I feel like these people, they need to get a job. They need to get a life. They need to get a new career. They need to get something else to do. Six of Wands, because you're coming into public fame and recognition. These people, if they don't want to watch you come up in the spotlight, then all they have to do is look at something else. But your fame is protected by Archangel Michael. These other people have nothing to contribute to society to make it a better place. 2 of Pentacles in the reverse. These people are also receiving a message that they're not happy with. Wow, they're being denied. Yeah, they can't, these people cannot handle several types of responsibilities at once. These people are stuck. They need to rethink the basic ideas behind their works and projects, because I feel like it's copying you, and they're not meant to copy you. It says that they may be doomed because the basic underlying idea was not sound. Correct this and things might get back on track. Might. That means that even if they do a complete 360 and change their shit, things might get back on track. That doesn't mean that they actually will. And this is something that they need to work out with their higher selves. 6 of Cups, because it won't be your children and it won't be anybody else's children that get sacrificed. That is over. These people are receiving messages that all of everybody that they just tried to sacrifice, it's all coming back on them. And if these people reach out to get help from you, I would not help them out of anything. I would let the devil come collect whatever the fuck they have. Because they don't owe you, they owe Satan. 7 of Pentacles. They thought that the tables were going to turn in their favor because they sacrificed another child to the devil. Yeah, like I said, that shit is over and done with. It's not happening. They're going to be sitting around forever waiting for the effects of their spell work to happen. And then when they find out, oh, it's actually being blocked by the divine realm, these people are going to be brought up on murder charges. Like, a lot of them. Everybody that engaged and thought that this was okay is going to be brought up under murder charges. Page of Pentacles, because the youth of this world needs to be protected. That should be our main priority. Keeping people free and safe and protecting our children, that should be the main priority of every person on this planet. And I don't care about people who are elites. I don't care about the 1-2%. How, think of it this way. If the 1 and 2% that it's doing all this disgusting bullshit, if they ended up all passing away at once, do you think that the world would be affected in a negative way? No, it's 1 to 2%. Nobody would even notice that these scumbag shit for brains, literally demonic fuckwads, are missing. Like, seriously. Nobody would even notice until some time went by. Like, and they're like, wait, don't we get off of my cards? So anyways, there was another insect, because apparently the first one I unalived was not good enough. Vermins, I tell you. But yeah, they were crawling on the 7 of Pentacles cards. And literally, if these insects were smart, they would not show themselves to me, because I will whack-a-mole on any fucking insect that I see. That's not a butterfly. We'll never whack-a-mole butterfly, but you know what I'm saying. Like any disgusting fly, whatever, gnat. These people are going to be sitting around trying to monitor you forever, waiting for things to turn in their favor. And it's just not going to happen because they're up under judgment. They don't realize that this judgment is not something that you did. This is something the divine realm has done because of the things that these people did. These people owe you an apology for isolating you, for trying to make you feel like you're not welcome in the community. These people owe you an apology, but they're not going to apologize because they're not sorry. And even if they did, I wouldn't take it seriously. These people, what they regret is that you're loved by God. They hate that shit. They hate that God's love is all over you. These people were bored with their own lives. The things that people do out of idleness is crazy. Things that they do because they're bored and dissatisfied with what the devil gave them. That's crazy. These people don't even understand the amount of despair that they're about to be in. They have no idea that they didn't just lose a connection to the devil. They're losing everything. I feel like they have so many regrets now, but it's only a regret because it didn't work out. If it would have worked out, they would have been joyful, cheering, and happy that somebody else had to die for them. No. 9 of Swords. These people are going to be sick, in bed, stuck, unable to move, unable to see, unable to walk, strucken down with whatever plague or pandemic or whatever. These people were warned that you were not going to carry their cross for them. They were warned. They were warned about these burdens that come with Satan and whatever Satan's raggedy ass has to do with. They were warned about it. They just didn't think that it was going to be a possibility. And now that it is a possibility, what are these people going to do about that? They were being tested. The universe tested them. They failed. Now they got to carry their own burdens. They can't cast their burdens on an innocent woman. This is like reminding me of like, you know, a man that beats the fuck out of its wife just because it can. Carry these burdens for me. I'm going to make you the problem because I can't provide shit. Like, that's the energy that these people hold. 7 of Swords. Yeah, they know that their time is up. That their time is running out. Now all they can do is scatter like the roaches that they are. That's all they can do. Magician. Is scatter like the roaches that they are. Any amount of magic that's attempted to be done on you or on the collective from here on is going to be protected. You're not going to experience any of it. It's going to go right back on these people. The time for grace and mercy is over. Ace of Wands. For you, anything is possible because you have God. These people, nothing is going to be possible for them because they don't have God. They don't have a higher power. They don't have anything that is of worth. These people, I would still sue them if it ever comes to that. I would still take them to court and sue them for everything that they have. Everything. I would take even the shit that their children has. I would take everything to infinitum until the debt is paid back because I would not want to experience these fuckheads in another life. It's absolutely not. Oh my gosh. I'm so happy for you. I am so happy for you. Wow. Wow, you know what? You're going to be able to recover your energy. 9 of Wands, look at this. You guys are not wounded. These people are. I love this for you. That makes me so happy, Tropical Tarot. I wouldn't be sad. I would be so excited. I would be so excited. Yeah, you know, just rest. Drink lots of water. Take care of yourself. Watch some funny movies. There's a really funny movie called What About Bob? It's an older movie, but it's hilarious. Sometimes comedy is one of the greatest ways to heal, especially if you feel like, oh, I'm down. Yeah, I would definitely probably try to stay. Yeah, What About Bob is what it's called. I would probably try to stay away from drinking because drinking is a depressant and it can bring up emotions that are, you know, dark, I would say. But my gosh, I'm so happy for you. Now I feel like everything's going to work out. Wow. That is so dope. Yeah, I would rest and recover and rejuvenate your energy. See, with God, anything is possible, you guys. You don't drink, well, that's perfect. With God, anything is possible. I feel like when you put a little bit of energy into yourself, the universe rewards you for that. 4 of Pentacles, using... It does. It does. That is so interesting that you guys also are aware of that. Yeah, alcohol does put holes in one's aura. Absolutely. I've had experiences. I was in Hawaii one time, and because it was on a vacation, I was drinking, and I felt this thing try to attach to me. Oh, fuck no. I was like, okay, we're done drinking. Yeah, it tried to latch onto my back. That was really scary. But then it couldn't because I was like, I'm not going to drink anymore. 4 of Pentacles. You guys have natural gifts and abilities that are going to change the world. I feel like whatever you're here to do is so great that it can't be stopped. Even if you feel like you're wounded or that things have been hard for you, they're going to get so much easier, especially the more that you listen to your inner guidance and just, you know, love yourself and don't go back into an old way of thinking. Ace of Pentacles. Look, God has got you. God has got you. The Ace of Wands, the Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, you guys are being supported. Also, like, money doesn't necessarily mean happiness, but that just means that you're going to have a lot of it. And I feel like God's going to give you more support than what you need so that you can invest into yourselves and into something that you really care about, something that actually needs resources put into it. Some of you guys are going to become like TED Talks people. Some of you guys are going to become readers. Some of you guys are going to become, you know, I'll say like fortune tellers, but like seers and stuff. Yes, I will. Absolutely. Stars. I have to cover up her boobies. You guys are going to become stars. Wow. So yeah, as long as you just continue to love yourselves, you guys, everything is going to work out really good. Okay, so I'm going to answer Tropical Tarot's question. And I'm so proud of you, Tropical Tarot. Oh my gosh. The other psychic is going to be so happy for you. Seriously. Because we talked about your situation where it's like, oh, I wish that we knew what the answer was. But it looks like you are figuring it out. So I do want to use the original Rider-Waite because it's got the best interpretations. It just really does. And there better be no more insects that come up in here. I'm serious. All right, we'll give these. Oh, I'm so sad. I'm so sad that your dad died. I'm so sorry. That's so sad. Was that a long time ago? Yeah, losing a parent, that is no fun. That's definitely a difficult thing to go through. When I lost my birth parents, I thought it was the end of the world. In a way, it was the end of a lot of things, but, you know, your dad's energy is around you, though. All right, I'm going to give these a really good shuffle. Well, I can already feel that the energy is definitely shifting. It's like a whole lot of pressure is going to be pulled off of your back. I would say a whole lot of weight. Eight of Wands. Interesting. The Eight of Wands is not a bad card. It's just being at a crossroads, which means you can go one of four directions. You can go forward, backwards, left, or right. Or you could say north, south, east, or west. But the Eight of Wands is like you being at a crossroads. Going within and healing all of the stuff that you just went through is going to be important so that you don't take that trauma into the next relationship. But you're probably not even thinking about the next relationship yet. But there will be one. I can already feel it. Also, this is a great time to clarify your goals and to set new ideas forward. Like a perfect time. Yes. Yeah. Be strong whilst your new directions unfurl. This is a beautiful thing. Yeah. Careful planning is important, but be sure that it doesn't slow you down thinking through things. Also, you know, since you planned the vacation, you could go by yourself, literally. Strength. This is going to make you so strong. I mean, I feel like you already are strong, but this new direction is a direction of strength. This is going to bring a lot of empowerment in. Also, if you have other family members that you talk to, continue to stay in touch with them. Sometimes, like, we think that, well, I think some people think that, you know, our parents or the elderly, that they don't know things about this new world that we live in. But I feel like they've survived so much. So having a connection to the people that are our ancestors, the people that are in our bloodline, Six of Cups, that we have happy childhood memories with. Yeah, the world is getting ready to embrace you in a major way. Wow, emotional relief and healing from grief or loss. That's like literally what I'm getting. Just relax and rest and recuperate. Yeah, this is the best thing. The Star. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. It just keeps getting better. Literally, the Star. Yeah, I do feel like this would be a great time, since you're going to have extra time, to go back to doing your platform and to doing this work of you being a star. Because your dreams for the future will come true. You'll be able to pick up where you left off. The Star and then the Sun. Yeah, you are a light worker. Absolutely. This is part of your path, to be there to guide other people. Picking up on, and even picking up a hobby like, what is it called? Pickleball, or just something, picking up a hobby. I feel like that's going to be a really good thing to do. Even if it's art, something simple. Magician. Yeah, it's almost going to be like if you were to go back to your platform and go back to what you were doing before you were with the Destiny Blocker. It's almost going to be like things magically just pick up where they left off. And then you're going to be able to see like how the outcome of you following your dreams will be, which I think is really, really important for you. To have something that is solely just for you. Something that you're not having to give up for someone. Ace of Wands. The Magician and the Ace of Wands means that whatever you decide to put your money, your time, and your energy into will be very, very prosperous. And that anything is possible. Because you're going to recover a lot of your energy that was being siphoned. Going out in the sunlight. Going for walks. You have a dog, right? Take your dogs for walks. Or if your dogs, however many you have, spend time with your animal. Spend time investing in alchemizing your energy as well. I would look at this as like the beginning of your happily ever after. And how free your life is going to be. Oh my gosh. Emperor, because you've mastered something. Yeah, you do have angelic support around you. So I feel like this is a very safe time for you to be yourself. This is freeing this other person up to be with who they actually wanted to be with. And this is freeing you up so that you can, you know, heal yourself and then get back on your own path. And then you'll draw in somebody that's completely different. The Hermit. By you isolating, and not isolating from everyone, but I would isolate from anybody that was a mutual friend with you and this person. Or anybody that knew them, yeah, I would just consider that to be over with and isolate from that type of situation. Also, you are healing something with your father. There is a generational wound that's being healed. You're also being told that all of the answers are within you. So like if you were to start to feel lost, remind yourself of everything that you've been through to get to this point. Yeah, because you're avoiding a tower, a major tower that was going to hit. And I did feel like it was going to hit when you're out of town, had you stayed in the situation that you were in. But with you isolating and going into hermit mode, I don't feel like it's going to happen. And the good thing about you is that, you know, you could very well be a descendant of one of the angels, one of the archangels, because for some reason, all of these negative beings that exist or lower vibrational energies, they can't do anything to you directly. They can only manipulate other things around you. And that is like a level of protection that a lot of other people do not possess. Three of Swords. Yeah, you're avoiding arguments with a lover, third-party situations, betrayal, cheating, loss of a, like, I'm serious. You're sidestepping this. Wow. Cruelty. Geez. Abuse and separation causes emotional upheaval, marriage separation. You're avoiding that. Which I think is like seriously awesome. Oh my God. That would have been so hard to have to go through that over and over again. Where you made this decision, it's, you know, it is for your highest and best good. I'm also hearing that, you know, yeah, she may contact you. She was mind blown when you broke up with her. Yeah, she never ever thought that you would ever grow the cojones to say no to her. But there is something about this person that they need to understand about themselves, is that the moment that they came into your life, they took you off of your path. They need to understand that. Like, and that's one thing that I think is just, people are so unaware of themselves. They're so self-centered sometimes that they don't have the ability to see what they were doing to another person. And yeah, she's basically surprised that you cut her off because she was going to cut you off, possibly after the vacation. I mean, she had some type of plan. Five of Pentacles. Now she's worried about this energy, and you don't have to be worried about that because God has always got you. Yeah, I mean, that's on her though. She should have been a loyal person. I don't know if she's going to try to contact you, but I feel already that she's going to go be around somebody else. So let that person take care of her. You start taking care of yourself. All the money that and time that was being put into her, you put that back into yourself now and heal. And that's what's going to make your father proud. That's what's going to make your life better. And the hermit mode is not like it's only temporary for you. It's just saying to isolate yourself from people like this other person. Yeah, because there is somebody who is a perfect wife, a perfect companion that will come in. I would just give it a little bit of time. And remember, before you encountered this person, you had relationships with other people that were not like this, that were normal. Maybe they weren't the highest compatible, but they didn't have toxicity and abuse in them. And so I feel like you will attract in somebody who is a perfect wife, a loving mother. This person may already have children, but I don't think you're going to have a problem with that. And this person's going to be in alignment. King of Pentacles. You're going to go back to being a King of Pentacles. I think you've always been this King of Pentacles, to be honest. Somebody that is hardworking, that likes nice things. Just be aware that, well, I would be calling your power and your energy back to you. Anytime you start to feel drained, call your energy and your power back to you. And cut cords. I would do a cord cutting meditation. Or we ask Archangel Michael to cut cords with the X. 8 of Cups. Because it's going to cause this other person to have to walk away. And they can figure it out. To be quite honest, they were wanting to leave you in a situation where you could never recover. This person is going to be fine. They're going to recover. You focus on healing because God has somebody so much better for you. Somebody that actually like has the type of life that would fit the things that you want. And you wouldn't have to try so hard. You wouldn't have to go out making all these crazy risks. You wouldn't have to try to do everything up under the sun to fix anything because nothing will be broken. Knight of Swords. And she's, like I said, she is going to go towards these night energies. She's going to be left by them. It's going to be sad, but, you know, I would straight up block her number. If you are connected to her family on social media, I would block that. If you have to change your phone number, change your phone number. You shouldn't have to, though, but like you should be able to block these people on everything. But yeah, things are going to get significantly better for you financially, energetically, emotionally. So there's really nothing to be sad about. I don't feel like you should look at it like, oh, I wasted so much time with this person. Yeah, the Hierophant. You're going to become this Hierophant. I think that you've always been this Hierophant. I also feel like your father was a very intuitive person. He just wouldn't have called himself that. But yeah. Yeah, you're choosing a moral path, which means that your decisions from now on are going to be in such alignment that things are going to be very easy for you. 9 of Cups, wish fulfillment. Yo, that is like one of the best cards in the entire deck. Wish fulfillment. Yeah, you're getting your wishes fulfilled. I also get that like emotional peace is a major goal that you've had for some time. Being able to establish that. You know, it's like retreating, going within to lick your wounds, and then moving forward and not allowing the scars of the past to dictate where you go next. Because I do feel like God already has somebody for you, a Queen of Cups, somebody that is going to be perfect. Somebody that's very careful with money as well. 6 of Wands. Part of your wish fulfillment, is she going to show up on the plane? I freaking hope not. I would pray against it. 6 of Wands. I do feel like she's going to try to contact you or contact someone you know or something like that. But this 6 of Wands fame is some confirmation, something that's been in your destiny for a minute. Like now that this person's going to be out of the way, things are going to get back on track for you. And it's going to be better. It's going to be like victory over the opposition. It's going to be better than it was before, because now you've overcome a major, I would say, like, mountain. Yeah, Four of Wands, creative goals and projects will be completed and you'll get rewarded for your hard work. Wow. Yeah. You know, it's kind of interesting to me because I look at you as being somebody that is chosen. And when you're chosen, it's like the universe will make it very hard for you to not fulfill your journey. And I feel like things are going to become so much easier because you're going to get back on track with everything. Wheel of Fortune. This is exactly what I'm talking about. The Six of Wands, the Four of Wands, and the Wheel of Fortune, fame, rewards for hard work, and the Wheel of Fortune, that's like fate, destiny, and everything that you want. I also get that, like, you do want to become a parent. This Queen of Cups, they may already have children and they may want more children. I mean, you're going to attract in somebody who is literally perfect for you. They're also going to be some type of psychic or something, or intuitive person. Somebody that is a nurturer. And then you'll understand what I'm talking about when I say that, when I talk about somebody being with somebody that gives back. Seven of Pentacles. So finally, things are going to start turning in your favor. You just have to understand that this other person you were with, I forgot what their name was, but they fumbled you. They fumbled you. They fumbled the best blessing that they've ever had, because their family ain't shit. I can tell you that right now. This person's family is low vibrational. They literally fumbled the best thing that they ever had in their life, which is crazy to me because there is literally nothing wrong with you other than you have a little bit to heal and work on. But who doesn't? I mean, literally, Five of Swords. You were dealing with somebody that was putting their needs above yours. Now you get to put your needs first, and you're going to see how much good fortune that brings you, how much happiness. Oh my gosh. It's like such a weight is being lifted. And you still have a support system. I don't know if you have a therapist, but if you do feel like you are feeling sad, I want you to reframe the way that you think. And maybe think about, you know, doing a little bit of therapy, talking with somebody, gaining some psychological perspective. Because all it is it's a changing the ways that you think. I wouldn't be sad. I would be straight up excited for the future. Now you're actually free. And God's going to bring in all of these blessings very quickly. King of Wands. You know, you're not going to have to deal with these people that were competing for your person, right? The good thing about the Queen of Cups shows me that the next person that you have, they're going to be careful with money. They're going to have children, which you're going to love. And they're also going to be the perfect wife and loving mother, literally. You met her the other night and she just yelled at you for 30 minutes, wouldn't let you talk. And then she finally stopped and you said, wow, you're ready to consciously uncouple with you. Good. Yeah. Oh my gosh. This is so good. This is so good. It even says on the Wheel of Fortune, promise for a better future. That means it's promising you a better future. And this Queen of Cups that you meet in the future, like it says even on the card, perfect wife and loving mother. Absolutely perfect. A nurturing personality, sympathetic and empathetic. This person has a positive effect on your life. So yeah, I'm loving it. The Wheel of Fortune, the High Priestess. I've always known that you were this. I even told the other psychic that you were a High Priestess. That you have abilities. And this is why I've wondered why lower vibrational energies have fucked with you. I think it's because you do have spiritual power and you do have abilities. You have, you know, some people, they can't think like foresight. They can't think into what's going to happen in the future. Okay, let's see. Yeah, you sharing this knowledge that you have with others and the lessons that you've learned, it's going to be very inspirational. The Lovers, High Priestess and the Lovers, oh my gosh. See, I knew it. I knew that if you just walked away from this person, that the Lovers would come in. That's like having somebody who is a true, loyal, like friend, like they're a compatible person on every level. The Queen of Cups is really somebody that you want. The Lovers is like having somebody that's attracted to you, that values you, that is your friend, that can be your friend and can be your romantic partner. Because again, like having the person that you're in love with be your friend is a very important thing for the relationship to work. Yeah, an important decision must be made. And you literally used your intuition and you saw through this. You saw through this illusion that was being painted. I'm so proud of you. Two of Cups, the Lovers and the Two of Cups. Yes, this is a soulmate twin flame union that's coming in. Wow. Wow. I mean, very rarely do I see those two cards come out one next to each other like that. You also may meet other people that have been through similar experiences. It would be interesting for you to journal and write down everything that you've been through and maybe turn it into a book. Oh, there was this movie that Mel Gibson was in. It's called What Women Want. And for whatever reason, he gets granted the ability to read the thoughts of women. And so he like can, know what they're thinking and what they're wanting. And he figures out and understands women. There may be something that you end up writing that has to do, not exactly that, but it's like understanding what it takes to have a working relationship with somebody. Yeah, there's so many relationship books out there, but I don't know if there's any men that have written any like how to man up for a woman, what it means to be in love, that type of thing. I also get that, your dreams are going to come true. So if it is children that you want, I definitely see that. And do not think that you're too old, okay? I don't know why people keep throwing that out there, but it's not true. 5 of Wands, you don't have to deal with this competition anymore. You're not competing anymore. I feel like that's probably one of the biggest relief, having all that weight pulled off your back. You're not going to have to worry about where this person's going. This next person is not going to want to, they're not going to do any of this backhanded stuff. But still, I wouldn't be looking for the next relationship, because I feel like the moment that you forget to look for it is when it's gonna happen. 2 of Wands. Yeah, you have courage and you have power to move forward. And you are valuing yourself. It's like you're understanding more about your own worth. And by you committing your energy and your time to your new projects and your new goals, there's going to be a major blessing in it beyond just love life. I mean, it's going to be financial as well. I also feel like if she reaches out and say, oh, let's stay friends. No, you guys were not. I would be like, no, we weren't friends. There was no friendship level within us at all. Because I feel like the moment that this person can't get these other men that she talks to pay her bills, she's going to try to come back to you. King of Cups. Yeah, but just like your father was a wise counsel, you are as well. Yeah, I really feel like you've made the best choice possible. It's putting you in a position to where you can now have the things that you actually want in life. And not only that, it's like what do they say? It's getting to have your cake and eat it too. It's like getting what you want and the things that you want that you don't know you want. I also get that, like, God is very proud of you for recognizing your own worth and realizing that you deserve love. You deserve to be loved. You really do. You deserve to be treated well. Like, seriously, Six of Pentacles, you don't deserve to have to be somebody's, means of resources. And the thing about this, you may want to be a provider. That's what I like about the Queen of Cups energy. She's practical with money. She won't be like, oh, balance everything in my life. Now you can actually get back to what you were here to do. And this is what's going to take you into being a star and being famous, or being very, very well known. Like, I get that you get a lot of strength from your father. Two of Pentacles. Yeah, you're going to get a very important message, probably in the dream state, about, you getting back on track, and your ships that you set out to sail a long time ago, that they're coming in, which means that the universe is going to show you new ways to earn money, new ways to expand, and new ways to meet people. I don't know if I'm seeing a cruise or something. You may decide to go on a cruise. I also feel like this is going to open up, a way for you to become closer with your family and the people that care about you. And I feel like that's an important thing, because it seems like this relationship was cutting you off from the people that cared about you. Death is exactly what I'm talking about. It was time for an end in that. But yeah, it was cutting you off from the people that care about you. And that's never a good thing. And now you know what the warning signs are. If you were to ever get with another person and then they were to take up 100% of your time, energy, and life and take you off of your path, I feel like this next person is going to want you to do the things that you love. And you may find a new hobby, like literally. The Hangman. And sometimes it does take sacrificing things that no longer serve us. Old ways of thinking about ourselves. Don't view yourself through the eyes of this other person. And I think that's probably part of what was going on, was that you were looking at yourself through the eyes of the way that they looked at you. The Three of Cups. This is so much abundance, so much popularity, social invitations, celebrations. I love that. Successful relationships. Three of Wands. Yeah, through careful planning, this project, this goal that you've been working towards, is going to be completed. Your dreams will be realized. Wow. I do feel like you are here to lead other people by giving them wise counsel. And that's part of how you're going to meet this new person. You may advise them, or you just may meet them. It may just be very spontaneous. Four of Pentacles. It's with using your gifts and abilities that God gave you. Yeah. You also may have a new business idea that comes forward that you're like, hey, I'm really interested in this. I want to do this, and start investing your time. Because like what I get is that, the more that you invest your time into yourself, it's like, and your energy into yourself, into your pets, into your home, into making, if you're keeping the house or however it's going, you may just want to rearrange some stuff. I would definitely, if you have anything that belongs to her, get rid of it. You put it in a box to the left, put it in a box, put it outside. And I would have no contact with her from like here on. Okay. And I think the fact that she didn't argue with you and wasn't like, she wasn't like, oh, I love you so much, let's stay together. I think that shows you something, like that really does. Judgment. Remember when I said that everything that she does after you guys end this. She's going to be up under judgment is what I meant to say. But yeah, she's going to be up under judgment. She needs to find a career, to be quite honest, something that she likes to do. And if she's disabled and can't do a career, she needs to get on disability, but you're not her meal ticket anymore. God, I could not even fathom just using somebody for their resources. Like, what the fuck? That to me feels so icky. Wow. Wow. 6 of Swords. Yeah, if there's anything that she still has at your house, shit, put it in a box, drop it off at her mom's or something. Mail it to her. If you know where she's going to stay, mail it to her. I mean, I'm serious. Do not have contact with her because she's going to try to talk you. Well, once she gets rejected by these other men, which I always knew that these other people that she wants to be with, which are bad boys and night energies, they're not ever going to show up as anything that's good for her. They're going to lead her down a path of destruction. Then she's going to want to come crawling back. But again, that's only because she needs support. It doesn't have to do with actually loving you. If she loved you, she would have like if I was with somebody that I loved and they were like, yeah, let's just call this thing off, I would be like on my knees, begging them like, no, I really love you. Like, please don't. I seriously would have been like completely beyond losing my mind. 4 of Swords. This is the end of a big battle that you were going through within yourself. I feel like you choosing you is the best thing because she wasn't choosing you. She's going to go through a bunch of shit. It's not your fault, though. I don't think she'll show up on the plane. If you're just very clear with her, it's like, it's completely over. I'm not going to rethink it. I'm not going to go backwards. I'm not going to accept less than what I deserve. And I deserve to be treated good. And you could just point out the fact that she goes to another man's house all the time as being proof in itself that she doesn't want to be with you. Because I would never, I would fucking never, ever be in a relationship and go to another man's house. Knight of Pentacles. Like, never. I would never disrespect the person that I was with like that. And I've tried to have guy friends before, but it just never seems to really work out. I don't know. I grew up and I didn't have a whole lot of friends growing up. I was always the weird kid that was like in the corner talking to the fairies. Like, I didn't like to play with toys like other kids did. I wanted to like run around the playground and just play with myself. You may find that solitude brings you so much peace, but you also have animals. So I feel like your animals are your family. Also, you may find out what your family actually thought of this person, and you're going to be like, wow, now we can all grow closer together. I'm not even kidding. See this Queen of Cups that you do end up getting with, they are going to feel so blessed by you. 5 of Cups. She's going to be in regret, crying over spilt milk, shoulda, coulda, woulda type shit. But this new person that you end up being with, oh my gosh, they're going to appreciate you so much. And they're going to realize how much you actually give to the relationship. They're going to be somebody that wants to contribute as well. And they're going to be the exact opposite of this other person that you were with. I feel like, yeah, this is the best thing you could have ever done. 7 of Wands. Yeah, you may have to defend yourself when it comes to not getting back with this person. Because, like, once they get rejected from all these other options that they have, you know, option B, option C, they're going to want to come back. But, no, the door is shut. Once you make a choice like this, it's like you've opened a whole new universe up. Like, completely. And you don't need to be in a situation where you have to either defend yourself or you have other people competing for what's yours. Yeah, I also get that this Queen of Cups is also going to be a Queen of Pentacles. So she's going to be somebody that has finances, which is going to be a very, you know, very big deal to be with somebody that can also contribute so that you can start saving something for your future. And so you can actually build a future with somebody. You weren't going to be able to build anything with this other person because they, for whatever reason, they still are into bad boys. Temperance. Yeah, Archangel Michael's cutting the cord. You're going to find that you have a lot of more energy now. So as far as short term, I would be focusing on the positive, focusing on how this is opening your life up to have complete turnaround on every situation. It's putting you back on your path. And if you don't want to go back to your platform, you don't have to. But I do feel like you are a high priestess. Even though you're not a woman, you still have the energy of being an intuitive person. And you are here to lead other people. And your platform did give you a sense of feeling welcomed and needed and loved by the community. And that's another reason why I feel like it'll be really good for you to get back on track with that. Or if you want to start something new, that's also another possibility. It could be a combination of things. You writing down your life's experience. I know I tell that to a lot of people, but people don't realize like how important that is. When you've gone through major lessons that can help other people who are not old enough to have gone through the lesson, like that's like when I talk about the truth of God, that's like me throwing people a bone. And you can benefit off of it. Yeah, I'm seeing a white picket fence, literally. Yeah, so this other person's, they're going to be blocked. They're going to be blocked out of your energy. I also feel like this is a perfect time for you to just relax, kick your feet up, It may benefit you if you guys were sharing a living space to just get her, anything that's got her energy attached to it out of the house. Anything that belongs to her, get rid of it. I wouldn't say throw it away, but whatever people do when they break up, separate the stuff. But I would not do anything to where you're meeting up with her again, because that just seems like it's going to be another screaming match. But yeah, and then you may want to just clean up your house, and if there's pictures of you guys up everywhere, take down it. Get rid of anything that reminds you of her. I'm not saying that you have to burn the pictures of you guys or anything like that. Like I know people do that, but at least take them off the wall so that you're not being reminded of the shit that she put you through. Because that's going to be, and then when this new person does come to wherever you stay at, you don't want pictures of your ex up. That's for sure. So yeah, I would rearrange the furniture, clean things up. Bring a new candle into the house, one of those candles that smell really good, that burns for like ever. I'm talking about, like the ones that have a really good smell. Or burning incense, all of these things that you can do to give the atmosphere a new feel. I feel like that's going to really help. And then comedy, watching funny movies, eating things that make you feel good. I really don't see that she did anything for you. So I feel like it's going to be really easy for you to pick your life up and to make things the way that you want them to be. Ace of Swords. Yeah, you are divinely protected. Your intellectual property is also protected. And this is like, I don't even know what to call this protection right now. This is like God, Archangel Michael, and the higher divine realm. So yeah, things are going to be more than a-okay. Your life's mission and career direction will become clear. Exactly. And it's not too late for you. It's really not. It's really not. Oh, I love this so much. The Fool. See, she cheated herself out of a major blessing. She doesn't realize that yet, but she will. And when she does, you'll already be moved on. I wouldn't be afraid of being alone because you're not alone. You have family that you can at least call. You have people. I would be telling your family the good news. And then you have pets as well, which are also family. Ace of Cups. And you have God. You literally have everything that you need. You really do. You have everything that you need. Let these other fools fight for this person. because none of them will boss up the way that you did. Four of Cups. And remember, just like how she was getting bored with you, she will get bored with these other people. She has a pattern. I feel like you're about to step into a position to where God's going to bless you with a family, a loving family, and possibly children who are also abundant people. And this will be part of your justice, to have everything that you want and everything that you deserve. Yeah. You may want to think about just going on social media and canceling any other ties that you have with anyone that knows her. Because you don't need people sending you messages. I think that you going on this vacation is going to be freaking perfect. It really is. It's going to give you a whole new perspective, and you're going to be so glad. Oh my God, you are going to be so freaking glad that you did not go with her, because it would have been a 10 of Swords for you. I'm serious. Oh, this is beautiful. I'm so excited for you. The 10 of Cups. Oh my gosh, this is dope. Entering into peace and contentment, supportive family, great friends, a special love relationship, commitments made and kept, joy and happiness, forgiveness and reconciliation. Literally, you could end up getting whatever you need to purchase a home. Well, I do feel like when you meet this Queen of Cups, Queen of Pentacles person, they may either have a home already, or they could have the funds to add to yours to purchase a home. Yeah, you have all the material possessions that you need. Everything, the ball is like totally in your court. So yeah, just, stay out of the thoughts of thinking that you're lonely, because you're not actually alone. If you get lonely, put something on TV, go for a walk, go talk to a neighbor, go do something productive. That's how I would counteract that energy. And just know that all of the things that you need to be successful have always been within you. This justice, you getting this family and getting to have everything you want, that is justice for you. That's something that you deserve. And I would be claiming it. I would be like, yes, I want a family. Yes, I do want peace. 9 of Pentacles. I do want to remain able to stand on my own 2 feet. This is beautiful. I legit feel like things are going to seriously get so much better. I don't feel like you're going to be sad in the future. I feel like that's a fleeting thing. King of Swords. You may have to defend yourself from time to time when it comes to people, but I feel like you've already been through all of that you need to defend yourself. Like, the relationship was this relationship. This next relationship's not going to be anything like this past one. I also, the High Priestess and the Lovers, this is like the best, that's the best energy. Like, and the 2 of Cups, all of that shows me a commitment, a long-lasting commitment. So yeah, and it's not going to be with somebody that plays games. I feel like you are mature. You've matured from this relationship, and it's brought you to a space to where you can have a healthy relationship with somebody else, to where, these children can come into existence. And so you being at the crossroads right now is not a bad thing. It's a good thing. It's just you getting to choose where you want to go next. And think about all of the extra resources that you're going to have, what you want to do with that. You may come up with a genius idea and then decide to go invest in something. And I think that that's beautiful. You also may end up going on a cruise in the future or something like that. I love that energy. Getting out, getting to meet new people. If you're friends, if you end up making new friends, or if you have friends that contact you that don't know this person and they invite you out, go out with them. I'm not saying you have to drink or anything, but like, This hermit mode is only you isolating from this other person and the people that know them. It doesn't mean that you have to isolate from everyone else in your life. The way that she had you was like you were isolating from everybody else, which was not for your highest and best good. But the choice that you just made, I am so proud of you and I'm so happy for you. Oh my gosh. I know everybody in the chat is so happy for you. This is going to be amazing. I'm so happy for you. So thank you guys for making it to the ending of this reading. I love you so much. And please like the video, share the video, tap the notification bell. All that stuff helps you guys. Have a wonderful evening. God bless you. Peace be with you. Remember, What About Bob? Hilarious movie. And then look up comedies. Comedy, sometimes laughter can just take you out of whatever emotion you're in. And if you start to feel lonely, go outside, go for a walk, play with your dog. Do things instead of just sitting there and staying in the energy. Because I know that sometimes when an energy it like will feel like it takes you over, instead of going down that rabbit hole, do something immediate to change it. Journaling is a great way to express your emotions and to get the way that you're thinking put out on paper. I feel like it's just really a really progressive, really, really intelligent thing to do, but it also benefits you and it benefits other people. So, journaling you're experiencing, cleaning up the house, taking down any pictures of her, getting rid of anything that has her energy on it, and then starting fresh. This is a beautiful, beautiful time for you. And then you get to have everything that you want. That's what came through the cards. So I feel like you've made the best decision that you could make. And now, keep going with it, keep loving yourself, keep going within, and keep asking those questions like, should I go here, should I go there, that type of thing. And when you do, and you are going to go through a process of healing. This is why I feel like this trip to Miami is going to be a healing trip. When you come back from that, you may feel like you're actually ready to start mingling again with other people. And I feel like that's going to be something that is going to be a new way of connecting with others. And you're going to draw in somebody that is the perfect wife and perfect mother. So I feel like this is the best thing that could have ever happened. I'm so happy. I will continue to pray for you guys. I love you so much. Have a wonderful evening, you guys. God bless you. Peace be with you. I'll see you in the next one, okay? Bye. Thank you for your donations as well. God bless you guys. Bye.